So you're probably guessing now that I'm leading you away from mouth breathing and towards nose breathing. So if it's beneficial to breathe through your nose during the day, then you guessed it, it's very beneficial for us to breathe through our nose while sleeping. I'm trying to guide you to not need a CPAP machine. Yes, they are brilliant, but if you've bought this course, you're probably looking at your health and well-being in a more holistic way. You intuitively know that better food, more exercise, and losing the excess body fat is beneficial to your health. This is probably the hardest part of this course because it does require a therapeutic lifestyle change in order to improve our breathing. There's 4 types of snoring. There is nasal snoring, mouth snoring, tongue snoring, and throat snoring. Then we have obstructive sleep apnea, central sleep apnea, and mixed or complex sleep apnea. This is pretty much a list from least bad to the worst, meaning the worst for our quality sleep. Do your own research to find out more. Use a sleep app on your phone to record your snoring. You'll find, as I did, that there will be times that you will snore and then you will move and reposition your body and go back to sleep. This means your body woke up, and when it wakes up and moves, it stops all that nurturing repair work that we really want when we sleep. We lose that momentum of getting to the deeper parts of sleep or interrupt our REM sleep, where a lot of our brain reconsolidation happens. So definitely get an app. I use Sleep Cycle to see what sounds and movement I make. Just to let you know, I went from being a pretty full-on snorer to no snoring. Well, at least when I haven't had beers before bed. Apnea essentially means without breath, just FYI. If your mouth or throat snoring or having sleep apnea moments, you'll probably find that you're breathing through your mouth a lot while you sleep. We've already covered why it's bad for us to predominantly breathe through our mouths. The sleep literature suggests that when we do this, our diaphragm and upper airway muscles aren't as coordinated as they should be. People more susceptible to obstructive sleep apnea are those who are overweight, have inflamed tonsils or adenoids, and or have structural issues in the nose or throat, like a deviated septum. In a nutshell, and without getting too bogged down in theory, it's all about upper airway muscle tone. The literature implies that if we persist at nose breathing during the day and at night, our snoring and apnea incidence will lessen. This is contingent on not being overweight, making sure we exercise, and not drinking alcohol before bed. The upper airway muscles can collapse due to lack of tone and fat buildup, so this is something we need to deal with. It's called upper airway muscle tone, and because it's a muscle, it can be toned. Some of the literature I've read says that the muscle gets floppy and causes a narrowing of the upper airway, which then causes snoring and apnea moments. This can overwork the diaphragm in certain stages of sleep. So when you have an apnea moment, the body forces you to wake up to deal with the lack of air, so the problem can be fixed. Essentially, what we want to improve is respiratory muscle coordination, diaphragm function, upper airway muscle tone, and get rid of excess fat that narrows the airway and minimizes the dynamic range of the diaphragm. Basically, we got to get good at breathing through our nose all the time with toned upper airway muscle. Because breathing through our nose will help stop us from waking up due to snoring, and therefore our sleep will be deeper and more nourishing.